Planet Earth.
What?
Shout out to The Illusion.
Planet Earth.
Yeah.
You ever watch this shit? The Illusion? Dude, he's some hippie. I saw this shit on YouTube one time, you know, scrolling through the BuzzFeed. Just feeling it.
100 ads. 100 ads. Dude, the people that write the
What is
BuzzFeed ads must be, like, just phenomenal writers. Because, like, when I'm going, dude, I'm like, I'm not going to click through. I'm not going to click. 19 clicks later, dude. Still don't know what happens. After 19 clicks, I'm out.
It wasn't the BuzzFeed. I fucked up by saying BuzzFeed, but it was moderately funny. And then it got off into a little side segment, but just on like your recommended shit. And I don't know how this was recommended to me, but his name's The Illusion, and he's just this hippie dude. And his only video that I saw was himself giving himself a bowl cut.
Oh boy.
And dude,
You talking like Coconut from Ned's Declassified? You talking like that kind of bowl cut?
Was it A1? Like, did it
yeah, no, it was like
A1.
It's got the sauce and everything.
A1 steak sauce.
I completely forgot about doing that, to be honest.
What's that?
Like
Switch
change,
them?
yeah.
Can we see if we have anybody watching?
They would talk in the chat if they are there,
Word.
but we can.
Is there a way to like check numbers? Jamie, can we get that?
Jamie, can we get that? Do you have to create a room? Where is that rooms?
We are the room. We're in the room.
This room?
This is the room.
Yo, the sunset's so pretty.
Actually, I was just gonna do it like this.
I was just out by the lake for my sisters.
Oh, word.
That was dope.
Dude, your sister lives in a dope area.
Eric, you got a kayak?
I have access to one.
Dick's has a sale right now. Kayak for $150. I might do it.
Oh, wow.
You
I might
should.
do it.
On a raft, or for a raft?
Is it like one that isn't enclosed though? You sit on top of it
No, it's enclosed. You
Is
get
it?
inside of it. Yeah.
for 150?
Yeah, because they're having a sale right now. They're having the
Yeah.
Memorial Day sale. But the thing is, it's 10 feet long, and I got to see if that can fit in my car.
Is that a white rock?
Right, but like I want to,
Oh, if you go by-
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
go by myself, like 7
I get
a.m.,
you.
wake up,
Dude, is that
Yeah.
like a whitewater one?
No, but I figure I'll just get started into this, and if I buy this one, and then I get like a whitewater one later, now I got something for me and Rachel, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I bet it would fit. Bungee cords,
Yeah.
couple straps.
Right. I don't know.
I don't
I'd
know,
rather
10
not
foot's
bungee
kinda
cord.
big.
Yeah, I'd rather 10 feet is kind of
You can
big.
get like an 8-footer.
I mean, because like I can put my seats down.
Right.
And-
But you have a roof rack.
I do have, but the
That's
thing
what I was
is,
saying, put it on the
if
roof.
it depends on how much the roof rack is, because if I
But
got
it doesn't matter. All you have to do is you just
put
need
it
the
on
bungee
and
cords.
it. Yeah.
So
Really?
you buy little.
I don't think I actually.
Dude, get pool noodles, cut them in half,
Yep.
and then you put them around the edging,
and it won't
and that's what
scratch
keeps it
anything.
off the top of your car.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might
what
have
we
to
did that.
go look at my car after this. And we'll figure it out because I really want a kayak.
Dude,
My
I
brother-
want one too.
My brother got a kayak and he built himself this fucking thing. It's like it's PVC and it's 2 wheels, right? And he put a pool noodle on the PVC so it didn't scratch it. And it's like a fucking dolly, so he can move that shit by himself anywhere, and he doesn't have to pick up the kayak. So you set
Right.
the end on the kayak and you just grab the handle and just walk, and it's like a fucking like a tow cart just like behind you. It's fucking sick, dude.
A little dolly.
Yeah, and he puts it in his car and he goes somewhere and then he unloads it.
That's
walks it
actually
to the
really
water with
smart.
that.
Yeah, but your brother's like really good with the wood. So remember when he
Yeah.
built his own bass?
Lays it out.
Didn't he build his own bass guitar?
Yeah.
Right. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he's an engineer. He's smart.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Good for him.
Yeah. I didn't get any of that. That's just
Right. That's all him.
dedication.
Yeah, that's all it is. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna steal a grape.
Ooh.
I saw you looking
Honestly?
there.
All right, so I got something for you guys. So I did not watch. I've only seen 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. What did you guys think of the ending?
Dude.
I didn't
I
watch
thought it
the
was
ending.
good.
What did you think?
I
You
didn't
thought
watch
it was
it yet.
good? You didn't watch it
I
yet?
thought it was good.
We don't need to
I'll
spoil
leave the
anything.
room if y'all want to talk
But
about it.
because I got something for you. So
Alright.
my boys at From Software, the makers of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, that ninja
Might wanna get a
game
little closer.
that we've been playing. Word. They're teaming up with J.R.R. Martin to make a Game of Thrones open world RPG type game.
way.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be one of the leading writers and consultants on it, and it's supposed to be like a big open Norse type world with like a lot of horseback riding.
Damn.
Yeah,
So you just go anywhere?
yeah, that's yeah.
That's
Like
crazy.
an open world kind of like GTA.
Pretty. It's kind of like Skyrim, but I mean, like From Software has some crazy good graphics. So I
Have
mean,
you played Skyrim, yo?
yeah, I played
you
quite
like
a bit.
it?
I like Skyrim. I couldn't finish it because there's just too much to do.
Is that Game of Thrones? Is
Yeah. They're
the same
making. Yeah,
company.
I think it's. I can't remember the name of it. It's something like Great Rune or Rune something like that.
Wow.
But yeah,
Dope.
it'll probably be out in a couple years, unfortunately. But
would
I thought it was cool that
definitely
he's like writing on it because they do some crazy games.
I would definitely play that. Yeah, that looks dope.
I wonder if it's gonna be out for the PC.
Probably will be. Probably
That
will
would
be.
Dude, you got a setup down there. Do you have that at your house too?
No, I don't have a
No.
PC.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Well, you just play here?
no, I just play on my one.
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Word. I have a
That's how-
360. Can
Dude,
I
just
have
get a
that shit?
one. They're like $200.
Yeah.
That's how I would play.
Dude, I don't want to fucking upgrade though. Like, here's my issue.
What-
Here's my issue. Listen, because once I upgrade to I have a 360. Right?
Yeah.
If I get the one or a PS4 in like less than a year, they're gonna make a new one, right?
Right.
And then everyone's gonna get that one.
Okay.
But are you?
No.
Hear me out. Hear
It
me out.
doesn't matter.
Right, right.
I still
It's
can't
only
play with
$200
everyone else.
But
'cause everyone
dude,
gets
they're
this
making
game.
Yeah.
all these games they're making them like reversible. So like all of your Xbox 360 games you can play on your one, and all of these 4 games you'll probably be able to.
Like with the next system. dude?
Probably, they're
Like,
probably gonna have something like that.
That'd be kind of douchey. if they
Wouldn't
did.
that destroy each other's companies?
Probably, it might not be a good idea on paper, but
On paper. I don't know.
Could you really see them making it so you could play an Xbox game on a PS4?
I think
because then Why
eventually-
would you buy?
because like
Like, everyone
I mean,
buy
think
one.
about how many console games are out there that are for both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's already so many that you can play on both. It's like,
literally like every game.
why don't they
pretty
just
much.
team up and make like a super game?
Honestly, they've been kind of cocksuckers about
In
it.
20 years, Xbox is gonna bomb PlayStation, and then there's just gonna be one. You know, it's gonna be a hostile.
You be
takeover
careful.
Bill-
going on.
Bill Gates owns that, dude.
Bill
Yeah.
Gates owns-
Bill Gates owns Microsoft. Microsoft owns the Xbox.
Money for rockets.
They probably
Who
have
owns
like
PlayStation?
anti-military
I don't know.
tanks out there,
I don't know.
right in front of Microsoft.
Bill Gates, yeah, he probably has a
it's like,
moat out there,
Where do
dude.
they build all the
You're probably
games?
right.
Think about like where do they build all the games and stuff, and it's like
You ever seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? It's probably something like that, dude.
probably like in Asia, and it's like sweatshop labor. You know what I mean?
No, I mean you need like real people developing like games. Like you can't just have.
You have all the plastic parts and all that.
I mean, how hard is it to make some plastic?
Probably the cases. That's what you're talking about.
If mass
They're, like,
producing
outsourced.
cases.
That's what I'm saying.
But all they have to do for the disc is just buy the discs from a different company and just print that shit on there, right?
I wonder if
I
it's
don't
a
know.
little different due to like the programs they use in there, or is it all just
Or like the
same?
reader, the
I really
disc
don't know.
reader.
Yeah, I would
Dude, like
assume
that's how
'cause,
you
like,
burn CDs in your
Right.
computer, though. You just put it in and it burns some shit.
Like
up.
I can't put an Xbox thing in my computer.
But if you get a blank one, you can. That's what I mean. If they bought a bunch of blank discs.
I wonder what makes it so you can't just instantly.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Why can't it? It's got to be the disc reader inside the console itself. But why do they make it so like you can play games on both consoles? But then there's so many exclusive ones. Why can't I just
You
put
can't
that
play-
into my Xbox? You
You
know,
can't play both games. You can't play.
you can play Dark Souls on Xbox and PlayStation.
Pretty much every
You
game
can't
you can
put-
get on each system.
Yeah, but you can't just insert the disc into it.
Right,
No,
but why
no.
not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
We
we gotta
Make
get
it easier for the consumer base.
if there's
But if they
anybody
did it like
anybody that
that-
knows,
Yeah,
tell
they
us.
got DVD and Blu-ray players now.
Right.
Same, essentially same thing, right?
Yeah.
DVD players were here, and then Blu-rays were like, nah, fuck you. And then they just made one that can do both.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
people
true.
kind of demanded it. I feel like they were in a little bit of an uproar
Because why
about
couldn't a
it.
company just make a like universal disc reader and put that into a console and sell that console as their own?
Right.
Granted, games might not sell their game to that console, but if you could, maybe you could get around that. You know?
It'd be a lot of contracts.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we have this game you can play on your system, too, but you have to give us $10 million. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would only.
Yo, that's honestly a really good idea, though.
Right.
But that would be kind of like a monopoly.
Between who, though? Because they're both
The
making
two
games and they're both
major
signing
gaming
over.
systems, the
Right.
major gaming like
Yeah.
brands. You don't.
Well, let's
see
not
anything.
count out the Nintendo Wii. Let's not count out the Wii.
Dude, you would also have small, like, game companies getting into, like, Rockstar. You know, Rockstar, GTA,
They
Red Dead
just make
Redemption.
video games.
It would
Like-
probably just be like a mass platforming for games, almost like what Steam is, but
Yeah.
Steam's
on
a
a
beautiful
console.
Steam is dope. Trevor downloaded that on my computer,
What is
On your
what is that?
desktop?
Wait, what is that?
on my laptop.
I
That's
can't.
why I
I
don't play it,
can't.
'cause
Yeah.
it lags a
Yeah.
fuck ton.
Yep.
What is Steam?
It's a game. You go on there and get, like, any game.
Basically,
for,
yeah.
for your PC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
You can
like,
just download them from
what
there.
is it? Blockbuster? Is that movies?
Kinda.
It's like a Blockbuster for games, but online.
For the red box for you younger cats.
Let me tell you, it's long strokes. Community Greek.
Grace, man.
Great. Might as well. Fuck, I'm gonna take 2.
Shit, me too, buddy.
Connor stays dry.
Yeah, stay hydrated, bro.
Look at him. He's swimming away.
Mm.
You could see his gullet.
I left that water bottle in my truck all day, and now it's warm as fuck.
Yeah,
Stay
just throw that
hydrated.
out.
Easier.
Alright. What are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. I had my one topic. I didn't go too far.
I mean, we were just talking. How long has it been? 15 minutes? Ew. We get there.
Well, who else got something?
What was your most fond memory of being a kid? Like, what was your most, like outside of hanging out with, like the boys?
It's fond memory.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You know what I remember, dude? Vividly. Just playing airsoft in the woods behind your yard.
I was just talking to my family about that today.
That shit was so fun.
Yo, you were really good with a pretty shitty gun.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
you
I
were.
fucking loved like army shit. So I would just like, as a kid, always like watch the movies and pretend to like be an army dude. That was like real life to me.
Did you play the game like tactically?
I thought
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I
Dude,
should.
I was always on your team, and he was always like fucking hand signs going on. Sneaking around.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like you were always
Gotta
like
get a
that,
little closer to
even
that.
as a kid. Like, you would like, I don't know, we'd be doing anything, and you'd be like, all right, we're gonna do something with the
still
guns
do
and with the
that.
code.
Yeah, bro. Love that shit. It was so much fun as a kid. That's like
That was cool.
my friend Steve. You guys remember Steve? I would.
Emo?
Well, yeah, that's all we would do together. Because his dad was a Marine. So.
You guys would actually talk about it like tactically. I don't know why I haven't been switching this. I'm so sorry. Things change, people change.
Yeah, dude, we really would. Like, we would like plan like it was like a war game. I thought that was like the point. That was so much fun. You got to feel like a soldier. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're in there
remember.
in like your straight up Desert Storm uniform, like.
That's true. That's true.
Remember attacking the hill? We would have 3 teams, and one team would try and hold down the hill, and then 2 teams would attack.
Yes.
Remember that?
That shit
I
was
remember
mad fun.
1 or 2 teams. I remember going 3 on 3. I remember it slightly different, but I remember
Who would
playing.
play, man?
Huh?
Chris, Steve, us,
I played like once or twice.
Ryan,
Yeah.
I don't.
And Tony, I think.
Tony.
I remember buying a BB gun. Like, this sounds so sketchy and like almost made up, but I remember buying a BB gun from some kid on the bus, I think for like $20, and it was dead ass. Like, he brought it in like a brown paper bag, dude. Like, it was like, thinking back on it, it was like the most sketchy thing ever, dude.
Oh. You go to get off the bus. the bus
Yeah,
driver,
like I sit down. Yeah. I'm like, yo, you got that thing? It's like, you got the 20?
You got that thing. You don't know if it's a gun or a bottle of
brown
shot.
paper bag.
He's like, ah, you don't know me. He never, kid never rode on the bus again.
He's like, to be honest with you, I don't even ride this bus.
I had to get him a bus pass just so we could work out the deal.
Why did the bus have to be included? Just walk
I
to
don't
his house,
remember.
man.
Yeah, I don't know,
Walk
dude.
To his house.
Actually,
Did you actually get him a bus pass?
No. I cannot for the life of me remember who I bought it from.
It's on the bus.
I mean, if it was on the bus, it had to have been like Adam or Amo. Might have been Adam, because I bought my first vape off of Adam on the bus too. To be
Oh my
honest
God,
with
man,
you.
the whole bus would have pulled over. You went CNN and all this shit for having a
Yo, yeah.
gun. Like,
13-year-old brings gun to school.
What is he doing with a gun?
Can you grab me one, baby?
dude, because that was like right after all those school shootings.
There's a loose one.
Go get it, Papa.
Right, like post Columbine.
That's what I'm saying, man. School shootings, man.
Yo, I can't imagine Deputy Dow when a school shooting's going on, running the other way. That bitch like she was on the top of her game, dude. At least deadlifting like 405. I'm telling you. She looked like she had a strong back.
It was hand picked for a reason.
Remember Sirio? From the high school? The big fucking dude?
He would yell at me for wearing my pocket watch. because it had a chain on it, and he told me that it could be used as a weapon.
You can use anything as a weapon.
That's what I said.
You don't think these pencils could do more damage?
Right?
than
Like,
this pocket watch?
you break it in half and just shank him. You're like,
Wait. I couldn't imagine the chain of a pocket watch being that strong.
it's $15 at Walmart. $15 at Walmart.
How is that
I'm-
probably class?
I'm sure the watch was 10. Just to like,
$15 at Walmart.
that chain ain't doing no damage, son.
Get hit in the
I guess
head.
if you're motivated enough, though, and you just want to go in and fuck people up.
But you could do it with anything.
Yeah, you could.
Anything.
Anything, literally.
Could you imagine someone actually doing with like a hatchet? That shit would be buck wild. Honestly, would you prefer? Yeah, would you prefer
Nah, I
a
feel
gun or a hatchet? Would you prefer like getting your leg damn near chopped off?
Dude, me and Rachel.
I would much rather prefer hatchet.
Yeah, because enough people could just overpower him, right?
You can't just turn and it's like far range. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Yeah, but how many times does somebody actually hit you with the kill shot? I even saw how you turned it sideways. We have the replay now.
You go down on someone, get him from the back.
Me,
But
yo,
one person's catching it.
That's
One
a
person's
fact.
getting Jesus.
Jesus.
me and Rachel watched this movie that's like it's kind of like what we were talking about. It's like a school shooting, but not with guns. This kid, it's like it was on Netflix. It was called "We Need to Talk About Jimmy" or something like that.
We need to talk. What?
Yeah. Because this kid was crazy. He had like this thing with with a bow and arrow. Like he liked to, he always loved to just shoot that thing. And one day he's out shooting with his sister, and his sister comes inside with a freaking arrow through her goddamn eye, dude. So yeah, and she said it was an accident, and the kid said it was an accident, but like the parents were all sketched out, but they didn't really want to do anything. So like they're in the high school and they're having this like assembly in the gym, and like you guys kind of remember Sister Al, how there was like that up room, like that upstairs place where you could like see over the gymnasium. You know what I'm talking about? It was kind of like that. And what he did was, he locked all the doors from the inside or from like the outside, so nobody could get out. And he stood on top of that thing with like 100 arrows and just started fucking lighting people up, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Makes you think about the time where we shot a bow and arrow in his fucking bedroom.
Yeah, we used to just shoot that thing into my walls.
Straight up.
Dude, we were dumb. We were dumb kids.
You can't even see him up there. Time's coming down. You're fucking dead.
Oh, could you imagine one of them like actually hitting something? That
Dude,
would be,
did he kill like?
ooh, some
did he
footsie
kill
going
Yeah,
on.
he killed a
down
bunch
there.
of people, yeah.
Wow.
You should, it was crazy. You should check it
It
out.
was like a real thing. It wasn't a real thing, was it?
I don't think it was based on true events.
Oh, wow.
It might have been loosely based on true
People
events.
are calling us morons. Vaping. We're vape gods.
Where we call in.
What?
Do we have a phone yet?
315. No.
We'll get a phone line soon.
Yo, we could definitely open a Discord.
Dude, let's get a home phone and plug it into your house and leave it right here. That would be so cool.
Yo, open the number to everybody.
Hell yeah.
Somebody make a fake phone number thing.
Like the app?
Yeah. Hopefully we get some like
Oh, I'm not doing that.
angry. We'll get some like angry people do some like Bill Burr style stuff.
I would love to hear about Connor getting like 12 long, just all balls and all.
What the
Right in
fuck
front
are
of
you
the camera.
What are you talking about?
No, you drink, buddy.
Oh, there.
Oh, I was gonna give it arms.
Oh, bad.
Is that camera on there all the way?
Hmm?
Is that camera on there all the way?
Is it in the way?
No, on the thing all the way. It looks like it's kind of hanging off a tad.
Not at all.
There we go.
Ooh, gotta angle her down a little. Some technical difficulties, but we're back in it.
Cool.
Live action, get you some. Damn, these are actually pretty good.
For $30 at Walmart, ain't bad, eh? Ain't bad, eh?
Quick power play, you can make some homemade porn. You
No,
can.
no
Good one
expenses
thing.
spared.
Power play.
Our next segment.
Homemade porn. I had to cut to it real quick. Hit him with the lean too. I looked right into the camera.
I can't get over quick power play.
Yo, what is that next to, I see where it says Perfield Chat, the second one down. What is that right to the right of that face? Is that like our logo or what?
Huh? Where do you see it?
Left. No, right. Sorry.
Right here?
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, no, I just put that in the chat. I was just seeing if that worked and that linked to the actual fucking chat. Jesus Christ.
Yo, did you make the logo?
It's late.
No, I tried to, but I can't draw eyes, man. It was so hard.
Dude, we should just like try to see if we can get hooked up with you know, like those warheads. You know that label? We should just see if they can just give us that. You know, maybe
we'll
they'll do it.
Eat 100 warheads every episode.
Yeah, maybe we can finesse that. Warheads, people, sponsor us. Send us free shit.
Yo, we should have your sister take a close-act picture of someone's eye.
But like cross-eyed, dude.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Should do that.
That'd be cool.
Should definitely do that.
So I have this idea in my head.
Here we go.
That's it. 2 eyes. And like on the outside, very outer of like the white part, there's like just a little sliver between like of white between the pupil and like lava lamp flow going on the eyes. And that's what my thought was. And then just 2 eyes on
Like a teardrop almost?
No teardrop.
Oh.
Nobody died. ain't killing nobody.
Dude, I heard that that's all just like a myth that the teardrop means you killed somebody. I heard that like that actually means like somebody made you their bitch in prison. I'm not sure. That's just what I heard. That's like I heard that yeah.
I have no idea.
Because that's like supposed to like signify like you crying forever for never being able to like get your dignity back or something. I don't know, dude.
Dude, I cut this dude's hair who had one of those.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ask, obviously, because who wants to ask that question? But
Like
I don't know.
taken in the ass before?
I feel like a
Hey,
lot
man,
of
so what's up with
right.
this? What'd you do?
Is it really about someone dying? Or?
Yeah. Then he'd be like, "How's the weather today?"
I don't
I'm not a crook.
I don't want to talk about it.
What, the weather?
It's a beautiful day, man.
It was. I went on a bike ride.
Yes.
Twice?
That shit was nice.
Thought it was
Wait,
gonna
what'd you
rain
say?
for a minute, but
I said so did I. We went on a bike ride today.
Oh.
You don't remember?
No, I do. I said it twice.
dude, I haven't rode my bike in like years.
You shouldn't have.
5 years.
Dude, Mark and I did 10 miles the other day, and I was dying.
Really?
Back 9, I was
Where'd you guys go?
Just down
Beach
to
Road.
yeah. Must
What, the last 9 miles you were dying, or
The
the whole back 9? Jesus.
Back 9.
First one was steady. Went downhill from there.
Going to AMR now.
We have to talk about something.
So when was the last time you jerked off? Be real with me now.
Something I'd like to talk about.
Real
something.
time you want to talk about? I'll talk about it.
Aliens.
This morning.
Aliens.
I was just voting for aliens.
He wants to make the wild jump from jerking to alien. Wait. So did you know that Pornhub is making boxers? Swim trunks, and they are
Let's all
supposed
get
to
'em.
be erection proof.
I did see that actually on Barstool.
Did you really?
I honestly want to get them.
What do you tuck it up or down or what?
I think it's just an
Neither.
It's something with the illusion in the pants.
It's
No,
it's
at the
waterproof.
pants store you can buy them for $46.99.
Oh my god. Boner proof.
Dude, they say Pornhub right down at the bottom right portion.
Aren't they like $70 though?
You can get them 20% off if you use the promo code Boner.
Oh my
I
god.
swear to God.
What?
I thought about it. I had my fucking wallet open and everything.
That's fucked up.
But
Where would
make
you
a
ever
quick
wear
purchase.
that? Where would you ever wear that?
To the beach, dog.
Everywhere.
Where would I not wear it? I would wear that when I'm home.
They're a company. Supporting a company.
Over the river and through the woods, the grandma's house we go. In
Hey.
my porno shorts.
Hey. He's Grace. A1.
Every time.
I wish I had the raspberries that do.
With the blueberries.
Trifecta. A hat trick. Right, John?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Connor, you never answered me though.
What?
When was the last time you paid yourself a good amount of attention?
Pictures.
I don't know, 2 nights ago maybe.
Dude, wow. This man is a legend. I want you to know.
Probably a really good one.
Can we zoom in on him? Can we zoom in on him?
I wish we could.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You're like one of those pads.
Hey, dude.
Yay.
Hi, dude.
What's up? Are you guys gonna vote in the next election?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Are you
I
gonna?
voted in the last one.
Tulsi. She's got my
Dude,
vote.
I'm not even registered to vote.
I'm gonna register to vote
No?
just to vote
I
for
thought you
her.
had to register to vote. Really?
No.
Eric tried to convince me, Hertzberg, that if you do the fucking reserves, like if you do your, what the fuck is it called when you turn 18?
Put your name in for the draft or
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And you sign the draft, that you get signed up to vote. And I was like, that's not how it goes.
No.
Like, I'm not signed up to vote, but I was put in the draft. Like, I turned 18 in America.
That's
I was
crazy
put in the
that they
draft.
do that.
Hmm?
Like they mandatorily put you in the draft,
Right.
but it's your choice whether or not to sign up to vote. So it's like,
That's awesome, though. If you don't want to act, like, sorry.
Grabbing the grapes.
So, like, if you actually don't pay attention to politics, like someone like me, like, I don't pay attention to politics
Neither
right
do
now.
I.
I don't deserve to vote. I don't know enough to put my voice into it.
That's why I'm
And
not
if,
registered. Like,
if you do, you're an idiot. You just are actually probably, I shouldn't say actually probably, but you're probably just hurting the country. Just
if
wait
you
until
don't vote or if you do.
if you do vote when you just don't know the information.
Yeah. No,
If you
I
don't
agree.
properly inform yourself about the people that are running for the leader of the free world, and then you go out and vote for them, you can't do that.
Dude, I don't want to fucking go too into detail of like what's going on in the country right now. I'm not gonna talk about politics and shit, but I think it's fucking crazy that Trump actually won the election.
He's
Like,
gonna win again too.
dude, watching that was fucking like kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god, fucking Donald Trump's running our fucking country, dude.
He's probably gonna win again too.
It was kind of wild. And it's
It's
like
crazy.
you think it's like, oh, Donald Trump is running, why not vote for him? Those are those people. They don't know shit about politics. They're like, oh, he's a good businessman.
how would you stop people who don't know anything about politics from voting?
Educate more in politics.
Just need to have the right news
That's it.
outlets out there, because like everybody has an agenda, no matter where your information you're getting from. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody's trying to sway you.
Dude, why do we not have political classes in CNS until like 11th grade, 12th grade?
Right.
And even
What the
that is
fuck
still
is
a
that?
joke.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
you should actually be mandated to go to political gatherings. You should be mandated, not
That would be
not
smart.
by like the government, but by school. You should be mandated to go to a rally, something along the lines. You should be mandated to
Just get involved somehow.
Well, yeah, but who?
And it shouldn't be like
who mandates that though?
a class.
You know, like government though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
It literally could be through schools. Like you're like, yo, this is a mandatory thing that as a class we're going to.
But
You know
either
what I'm
way, like you feel like everyone's got an agenda still. You know, like that's still the government's setting up and the government's doing what they want to do. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
the public
'cause, like,
schools have a
government-
view.
Yeah, the government is like controls the state. The
Right.
state controls the school. So
I'm sure the school wants to go with whoever's going to help them get the biggest budgets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your political rally could be like all set up.
Right,
You know
it's
what I
all
mean?
biased.
And so it's now you're just feeding people through a system.
That's the
Pretty much how it
dangerous
is
thing
now, if you
about
think about
the
it.
internet. Yeah.
100%.
Because it's like you go to your SUNY university, you know what I mean? And then once you're there, like you're under control like a state, you know what I mean?
Right.
Through state, through the government. So whatever you get taught by a teacher could be like completely swayed, you know what I mean?
Captain Tony, that's fucking Anthony DiStefano.
Is it really?
It's
Is it?
gotta be.
Captain Tony
There's
Lemmy-
no
Lemon.
way. There's no way that someone named Tony just so happened to stumble in. I don't know what was being talked about. I just completely.
Well, does he know your Twitch?
This is a brand new one.
Oh well, then how the fuck would he just stumble
That's
upon
what I'm
this?
I have no idea.
I
about
doubt
it.
it's Tony.
Like,
I think the odds are that it's some random person named Tony.
Because you're like,
it's too deep. Like you can't.
because you're like in the system already. You know what I mean?
Oh, what are you guys going on about? Me and Mark were
Just
going
weird
on.
thing.
You're just another brick in the wall.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Think about like your entire life. Like you grow up learning what you know. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's all
Learning
like
what you know.
the text, dude. Even like the textbooks. The
That's
textbooks
what
are
I'm saying.
bought from
Yeah.
people that wrote it. Like,
You ever look into the Rothschild like conspiracies?
Conspiracy, yeah.
My brother has, but I never listened to him.
I don't really
Friends-
remember
friends
too much
told me
about
it. I
that.
haven't looked into it myself, but
Like they keep just hoarding money.
Yeah, they like run the world
Everything.
pretty much.
So it's
How's that?
so there's some conspiracy about, I don't know where I found this information. Don't quote me. I'm just gonna go off on a little YouTube tangent about how the Rothschild family, they actually founded the company that makes the U.S. Education systems textbooks, and so all the stuff that they're teaching is knowledge that they want to be known, and they're making people smart enough to the point where they can work everyday jobs, but not smart enough to actually excel. And that's why a lot of history, like, did you ever feel like history was a joke in school?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Like, why weren't we learning like cool shit? Everything was also like kind of dulled down. Do you really think that every teacher just kind of dulls shit down?
A bit.
I don't know. It's different when you get to college though, because it's
Yeah.
like, what happens if your professor read like a biography? You know what I mean?
Well,
That's all history.
I'm not too sure on how college courses work, but I know like at least in like grade school, you have to like the teachers have to follow a curriculum. Like I don't know how much of a curriculum you actually have to follow in college. I feel like you have a lot more freedom.
Yeah, but I think I don't know though.
I don't know. I've never taken a college course. I have no idea.
Because it's like your dean or your person who controls the school controls your curriculum. You know what I mean? Like they approve
Word.
what you teach.
Right.
And then the state approves.
Right. Again, back to that.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It all leads somewhere.
But then again, you're also talking about, like, I think 50% of America doesn't go to college.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a barrier in education of 50%.
There's got to be more. I mean, like 50% of the people just aren't. I mean, like, what do you mean 50% of people aren't in college?
I got to assume that 50% of people just don't go to college.
Aren't like currently enrolled in college or have never
Like,
been to
after high
college?
school, don't go to college.
Okay.
That would just be my assumption.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not a real number, but that would not shock me.
Right.
And
We have 50. Well, actually, 75% of
It's just like
you guys
too.
went to
The
college.
U.S. is just like too big. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being in a smaller scale country. Like, this shit wouldn't really be like this. You know what I mean? So they don't have all the money
Right.
in the world to control fucking your education, and pretty much that's it. Your education. Then it's like, okay, it's funded by private people who want you to think a certain way. Your government thinks a different way. There's two views you get right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think back to like Colombia when we were watching like Narcos and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Literally.
None of that shit is about politics whatsoever. It's about straight up money.
Yeah.
Like the Narcos ran the country. You know what I mean?
Just because they have.
But I mean, that's
money.
politics in itself.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess so.
It's on a more real level though, because
Right.
they try and hide that in
Right.
the U.S. Like it's not.
Well,
It's not run by money. You know
How
what I
can
mean?
politics not be run by money? You know what I mean?
It is.
Right.
I gotta look something up. Keep going. I don't know why I even said anything.
You ruined it all. Fuck it. What's the next conversation? Don't even bother googling.
Big teardrop.
Big tears.
What are you looking? What are you finding?
Politic definition.
I want to get another dog, yo.
What kind?
I don't know. I want something bigger,
Yeah. How big is Bailey?
like 45 pounds.
Yeah, dude. Luna's like 55 now, dude. She's
Yeah, who got
big.
fast?
No. He
Shit.
told us like 40, 50 max. Like,
Still growing, probably.
yeah, buddy.
Wow.
She's getting big, dude. She's starting to calm down a little bit, though.
That's good.
Yeah. Still a pain in the ass.
Yo, I remember when I came over that first time. Her teeth are so sharp.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Her
was like,
puppy
oh my
teeth.
God. Yeah, like, dude, Bailey, when she bites my arm, it's whatever.
Right.
But, yo, Luna bit my
Yeah.
fingers. I'm
When
like,
she
"No!"
bites me now, it's like, it don't matter because she's
Yeah.
just playing. But
Yeah,
she only really does that to me. Like, it pisses me off.
yeah.
We'll just sit there. Like, we'll just be sitting on the couch and just my hand is just in her mouth. Like, I don't know. She just likes that.
What? Read it, Mark.
So, the
Sex
definition of politics is seeming sensible and judicious under the circumstances. So, that in of it's, God damn it, I'm just a lick. I'm just a fucking lick.
Mark, I have no idea what the fuck that even means, buddy.
Yeah, what did you just say, dude?
Fuck all of you.
You were still on the politics thing. Huh?
Yes, I'm gonna adjust my balls as the camera's away, but I'm gonna talk about it.
What do you guys think about religion? There's a conversation starter.
Bop, I'm gonna turn the camera to you, Pimpin.
I think religion is fine in your own home, but I think organized religion is the worst thing to ever happen to this species.
How so?
Because it's fine to sit there and just have your own beliefs at like
Same thing as politics.
it's like you can believe like okay like why can you only believe in one God for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like why can't you believe in like, you know, like you can believe that, you know, the Christian God is real but also believe that all the Egyptian gods are real, or have other beliefs that go outside of just the norm, you know what I'm saying? Like you have like a different belief that's non-traditional, you know what I'm saying? It's not really like an accepted belief. So I think that's kind of weird. But if you practice it just at your own home, that's fine. Whereas like you go out in public and you have churches, then it becomes almost like a cult, and it's definitely evil in itself. Because like you're bringing children in there and you're telling them, you know, at least for the, you know, the Catholic and Christian church that, you know, oh, if you don't do this or if you do that, you're gonna go burn for all eternity, forever and ever and ever. Like you're kind of scaring them from a very young age, and you're literally putting the fear of God into children.
I would say though, this is my only. I'm a non-believer too. I just feel like I gotta put that out there. Like, no matter what happens, you can always repent for your sins, and it's just a simple prayer to God. And
That's why people are so bought. Because it's like, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
As long as I apologize and beg for forgiveness or whatever.
Right. Well, some
everything's
people can
okay.
look at it, but I got, you know, that's
But
just
that's-
a loophole.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's like a crazier way to look at it.
Like
A lot
when
of people
just
don't look
find
at it.
God when they're like 50.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's, from a child, maybe they were never in church or whatever, but.
Yeah, but-
dude, I believe in God to a point.
Right.
I don't believe in Jesus and the devil in the Bible story.
Right.
I think all that is
Right.
fucking bullshit. Just to further the fucking realism of God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't take the Bible literally with talking snakes and.
No. I think the overall concept of the Bible is just fucking trying to do good.
Right,
what I
but
mean?
that's kind of my issue with that is like people tend to only cherry pick the good things when there's so much bad stuff that happens in the Bible that people just don't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like the God in the Old Testament is one of the most evil characters in all of fiction.
isn't there a story about this one dude getting made fun of for fucking being bald, and then he gets two big bears to go hunt down and kill the person that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the Bible.
I have no idea. I haven't I've read a fair share of the Bible, just but a long time ago. I don't remember every single one of them.
Honestly, that's kind of interesting, though.
I think
I-
spirituality is fine. Like I think it's fine to believe in something and like.
I guess that's what I am.
You know what I'm saying? Spirit. Then there's nothing wrong with that, but there's definitely something wrong with
Once you
Sa-
feed to the mass.
right and saying one thing is right and one thing is
And,
wrong.
like, and then, especially if you're not giving people a choice, like you're not giving kids a choice. You know what I mean?
Right? Because you're not. You're saying that you have to live like, especially like Islam, dude. Like, Islam is a weird thing because like you're not allowed to leave it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
What
in the
if, like,
religion. I
What if you just
believe I
like
might be
they
mistaken
taught
on the
from,
thing,
like,
but
What was it?
I might be mistaken. I might be thinking of something else, but
what if like
You don't think
taught
they can
kids-
leave?
I'm pretty sure that's one of the things in it.
What if they taught kids like at a mad young age, just like religion, like it was just something that you weren't allowed to know about, and then
I
like,
think that's fine.
and then they
Yeah, that'd
lived
be
all the way to like 24, and then they told them like, okay, this is what every single religion is. Like, what do you think?
I think even at 12 is like a different or a decent age. Maybe even like 15. At 15, you pretty. You know, I don't think we give 15-year-olds enough credit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, at 15, you're
You-
definitely thinking like critically.
You
about
know,
things.
you know a fair share at 15.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like you should just withhold that kind of information. I would feel like you should just lay everything out on the table, and instead of like raising them as Catholic, just raise them as knowing about being Catholic. And if they decide to lean towards that side of the spectrum, call it a spectrum if you would.
Like, oh,
And
yeah,
It's all in the
But-
parents, essentially.
Right, because it's hard to
But-
leave the pack after that. Like when
Right.
everybody else in your family is doing it,
Right.
and now you're kind of expected to do it.
I mean, like I gave up on it when when I was
Right.
fucking.
Well,
I don't even know.
especially
maybe
in-
6th
So
grade.
do I.
Think
Right.
about how we're gonna teach our kids. Like our parents were straight up Christians from Christians. Like
yeah, mine
the
were
generation
too.
that like fought World War II were Christian as fuck, and then same with the next
Yeah.
generation, which was our parents, and then our parents have us, and they're trying to be all Christian, and then like now we feel like we're rebelling like this. I feel like the next generation will not be nearly as religious, like at all. Like our kids
100%.
will
I agree.
not be religious at all, man.
Well, Christianity is going down. It's depleting.
That's what I'm
And
They will be, like some of them, but like you said, it's gonna be a much smaller fucking number.
Like what happened?
Like even our generation to our parents.
right, there's a
It's
lot
shrinking.
more
What happens if it
non-believers.
just like keeps shrinking, then there is no like Catholic Church. You know what I mean? Then
Right.
that
No
shit
more
would be crazy.
priests and Cadillacs.
That's what I'm saying.
No more
Yeah,
wizards
no
in
more
robes.
churches.
No more wizards.
With a giant hat and a
Would your
throne.
holidays go away? You know what I mean?
But her holidays now are just so commercialized. Like they have nothing to do with the like.
No, they don't.
What do you do on Christmas? You open presents. You don't do
Yeah.
any nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's kind of an act though. There's kind of like an act in like giving someone a present. Like that's like a kind of magical thing.
But I think
But
it's
nothing to
being
do with the
taken away
biblical
now.
story.
I don't think that it's about giving presents anymore. I think it's more about receiving presents. I've
Really?
never ever seen a pack of half square graham crackers, bro. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I really don't. Can you
Show
hold them
those.
up just for the record?
These are fucking dope. They're like,
Turn them.
Dude, you haven't eaten them. I was eating them the other night.
Yeah, that's some small graham
yo,
crackers.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
They call it pocket size.
Pocket
It's a
size.
beautiful thing.
Travel size.
What were we just talking about?
Authenticity of religion. I don't know.
But like, alright, so do you think that our generation is getting more like open-minded and more kind of closed-minded to old ideas?
I think that's kind of hard for us to tell because our like at least the people that we're growing up with, like a lot of them for the most part are like really, really liberal. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
So
what
like,
if, like all of our parents though at this age were exactly like this, and certain things happen and you just change. Like you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
We never know.
What if that's Mother Nature?
No, think about it. Think about it. Like I'm saying your mindset. Like right now you're not religious at all, right? But what if you fucking like die tomorrow and you come back to life?
I would
Some
most
crazy ass shit and it changes your beliefs.
I would
That's all
most
I'm saying.
likely attribute that to like some sort of drug in my system being released or
Yo,
something like that, or a
deep,
dream.
though? Like,
What's that?
Mark kind of said like politics. Like if you think about it, like alright, humans are like a plant. Or what was it? I think humans are like a plant or whatever.
Just make sure you keep looking up there every once in a while, just so you know what the mic looks like.
Toilet.
Nah, it's like if humans are like just an animal, right? Like in part of nature, you know. So like nature would have embedded us with like these thought patterns about how to organize as a species in like political groups. You know what I mean?
But we're tribalistic by character, or by nature rather. I'm sorry for blowing on the mic.
And I guess that's kind of true.
Like down to who we are. Like you can even witness it in chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are very, very tribal. They go in and they stomp other tribes of chimpanzees, if you want to call them tribes, and they will literally dismember and disembowel other chimps of that tribe, not for any reason other than for more land, more resources.
Yeah, but like,
But then you gang up in a social tribe and you're stronger in numbers. And once you're smart enough to realize that, and once you can find sanctity in a tribe that accepts you, you almost feel one with that, right? Isn't that what we do here though? Tribalism. We gang together with people like-minded individuals who just want to see the best for you,
I guess that's true.
no matter what, down to everything. Tribalism.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I had the mic facing you guys, or the camera facing you guys the whole time.
Yo. Wouldn't it be crazy if we got invaded by like another country?
What would you guys do?
Do you think our nation would like come together?
Yeah.
Do you?
See, this is where I say our nation wouldn't really. We don't matter.
Don't matter. It's the army. It's the military that's gonna be doing it.
I appreciate you,
Mhm.
but like,
Give me one of those. Give me one of those.
like, what is someone with a 22 gonna do against the Predator drone? Like nowadays the weapons are so advanced that Real, that's
Have you seen Red Dawn?
maybe.
It's a movie where is it Russia?
No, it's North Korea.
North Korea.
Well, there's two
It
movies.
doesn't really say, does it?
Mm.
There's an old one and a new
No,
one.
there's
but-
two movies. The first one is the Soviets. That was back in like they made that in like the 80s, like late 80s I think. And then the second one is about North Korea. And they made that like I think like 10 years ago. I don't know. It's a really good movie. It's got
Recently.
Chris Hemsworth in it. It's a mega good
Yeah,
movie.
that's a great movie.
But it's just like literally like whatever country we're like kind of battling with in the social time, it just like comes in. From North, like the second one, it was like North Korea invaded from the like California, and they made it as far as like Chicago or some shit like that. And like these people that the movie follows were like in like Oregon or something like that,
Yeah.
up in the woods. But shit was crazy.
Weird question. Do you think Brandon would ever come on?
On here, probably.
I'd love to talk about.
I think you would.
Do you think that we have military weapons that would protect against like North Korea that the government literally just doesn't even talk about?
Oh hell yeah! How
Like,
could you not?
do you think we are safer than we could even imagine?
Dude, there's some conspiracy theories out there that we have a base on the moon that could like shoot down rockets or something like that.
Like think about like what we see in media. Like we're allowed to see predator drones. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
imagine
like,
the shit
like,
that we
show
can't
to the
see.
Public, you know, but keep
This is the
other
tease.
crazy shit on the
Like an
DL.
invisible drone
Like,
that's
There
soundless.
was one. My dad was telling me there was one thing where like it was accused that like people saw this stealth bomber. You guys know those like black planes and they're kind of shaped like a bat
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. People saw like a prototype of a bat back in like the 60s and they called it as a UFO sighting because it was so crazy. You know what I mean?
Dude, don't they take like several states to turn? Aren't they like so fucking? I don't know where I heard this, but I was pretty sure I heard this from a reputable source that like the military planes nowadays take literally like the supersonic ones take fucking states to turn, like 2 or 3 states.
If you're moving that quick, I mean.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they got their waypoint fucking set out from the time they take off.
It's all probably autopilot too. Like they're just sitting in it.
Exactly. I mean, he's up there fucking changing shit if he needs to, but
I don't know, not like a fighter plane though.
You ever watch Joe Rogan's?
yeah, that's true. Maybe obviously like drones.
Yeah.
Always bet on flying in a fighter jet.
You ever watch that?
Yeah.
That's
That's
mad
hilarious.
funny.
No, I haven't watched it.
I think you
His
showed no.
stand-up.
I think you showed it to
His stand-up
Connor.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone mind showing that to Connor real quick?
I gotta show you watch this.
Yeah. I feel like
Funny, man.
yeah, it's a great segment, because we can play the audio through. I do believe we just have to talk over.
I
the
think we can
audio.
play audio.
I'm pretty sure we have to talk over every 20 seconds. Something.
I
like
don't
that.
know, dude. We gotta definitely look into the logistics.
Honestly, I just say until something gets taken down, we just keep rolling. Fuck, I'd like to be on someone's radar, even if it is the tax man.
Alright, how do you play the audio on there? Just hold it out to my mic or what?
I would just turn it up and just have him watch it like.
Some of the shit I haven't done. I've never been skydiving. I've never been hang gliding. But I did get to fly in an FA-18 once with the Blue Angels.
I fucking love Joe
And
Rogan.
holy fucking shit! I thought this was gonna be like driving a car fast. It's like a crazy video game. We're going to jet. It's gonna be fun. You have no fucking idea how physically demanding that is unless you try it. And we went
Plugging on it?
7.5
Oh.
G's
Nice.
in an FA-18. That's because that's all my pussy ass can take. Alright? Some of those dudes can go 13 fucking G's. You have to force blood into your brain to stay conscious. That's what happens. You do a thing called hooking, where you gotta hold on to the handle. You go like this. Hoots, hoots, hoots. And the brain's going, so fucking fat, it's insane. It's fucking fun. I feel my consciousness just closing in like an elevator door. Hoots, hoots, hoots. And I hear the pilot in front of me going, hoots, hoots, hoots. I'm like, oh shit, he's blacking out now. This fucking thing goes, it was so intense. I got out of that plane, I was like, what the fuck was that? What the
gotta fly in like 2 weeks, dude. I really don't want to.
Dude, I've flown.
Where are you going?
We're going to Harry Potter World.
No fucking shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna spend a shitload of money on shit I don't need.
I've flown a plane before.
You flown a plane?
Swear to God, dude.
What was it like?
It was crazy, dude. When I was a kid, like not a kid, probably like 12. No, probably like 14 actually. Like I've never been on a commercial flight before. And I woke up. My dad woke me up on my birthday at like fucking 9 a.m. I was pissed. So I was in high school and I was like, what the fuck?
You
Like,
would be 15 by then, minimum, not 13.
You said 14. I mean, 14 turning 15.
whatever I was around. Maybe it was 14. Yeah.
I believe you said 14 at the start.
Whatever.
And he'd be 15 if it was his birthday for. Yeah.
Good job. All right. Either way.
I'm catching you lies.
So I was-
Twisted lies.
I was chilling, and he woke me up. I was pissed. He's like, "Come on, I have a surprise." Brought me in the car. And we started driving. It was just like really nice summer morning, and we got to the airport. I was like, "What is good?" And he's like, "We're gonna go fly," and I was like, "Okay." And we like went to this like private hangar that was like an instructor's place or whatever. This dude came out, he's the pilot, and we talked or whatever, and he showed me the plane. We got in. It was like one of those planes that had like a propeller up front.
Stunt plane?
Yeah, sort of. It had like the wing above the compartment. If that makes any sense.
It's like a crop plane, kind of, right?
Sort of. Yeah. It's like the wing is like up here. What are you doing, John?
I'm just over here playing with it, dude.
Nah, but so we got in there, whatever, and this dude started up and we fucking took off. And he was just showing me everything and like how like each controller works. There's 2 joysticks, and he's like, "Yeah, do this, do that."
I don't trust it, dude.
And then
I don't trust him.
then he's like, "All right, like you're supposed to say like when you switch controller, you're supposed to say, all right, my plane." So it's like if I'm just like flying, I want Eric to fly. Like, all right, your plane, and then I just let go. And now he's flying. You know what I mean? And that's what he did. And all of a sudden, I just like had this in my hand. I was like turned a little bit, and the plane turned. I was like, holy shit! And it was mad. It was.
I literally have our lives in my fucking hands.
It really like it was so like. It was so easy, but it was so crazy because you're like, holy shit! Like if I could so easily fuck this
Right.
up.
I just don't like. I'm afraid the pilot's having a shitty day.
It's
You
literally.
know what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah,
Like-
He only works 3-4 days a week.
He might be having a shitty day though, dude. Like
dude, like
maybe he hates his job.
It's not like,
Left him.
it's not like you're driving a car. If you drive a car, you hit the brakes, you're pretty much safe. You know what I mean? Now you're not moving, and you're. on, like,
You
vertical
stop
speed.
moving on a plane. That's the scariest
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
you're in the car, you stop moving, you're good. Just get out, you're fine. But like if you're in a plane, something goes wrong, like you're gonna.
So, did you guys do any crazy shit or what?
no.
Did
Connor
you
did a
land it?
barrel
You landed
roll.
it,
Right.
I
didn't you?
did land it. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
You landed it?
Yup.
Really?
That's sick.
He came around and he did one where like you land, he kept going, and then he takes back off again, and then he came back around, and like I had to like guide it down, and that shit was so hard.
Did you have to fucking like controls up and all that?
So you just do it by feel. Eventually, you just get the feel down.
Basically, like he was helping me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like you, how do I describe it? It's like all on the joystick, and you have your feet or whatever.
What do your feet do?
Maybe your feet don't do anything.
Literal brakes.
No, feet might be like a rudder in the tail, maybe. I don't know.
I can see that.
But you have a joystick, and like literally, like if it's really logical. Like you pull back and like down. The plane, the nose of the plane goes up. And it's like, and then you pull forward, and the nose of the plane goes down. So you gotta like level it out. And if you want, once it's here, you can turn like this. So you're flying, and you just go like that. The wings turn, but you don't bank as you do it.
That's
You
crazy.
roll, and like that's when you turn it like that. You roll. So it's like 5 more dimensions than a car. You know what I mean? But it's so easy to control. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go over there. Like, all right, go over there. And I'm chilling. But like because it's that easy, it's like 50%.
Kinda scary.
Yeah, 50% of it's cool. The other 50% is like, holy shit, it's so easy to fuck this up right now. Like I could so easily just, bam, we're gonna die. Like, it's crazy.
That'd be cynical though.
Fucking wild.
It's
Recommends
wild,
plane.
dude. It's wild.
Was that your best birthday present? Would you say?
Yeah,
That's
my
gotta be.
That's my most memorable. Like I will never forget that the rest of my life. So yeah, definitely.
You ever think about getting your pilot's license because of it? Like just your recreational one.
You should.
That'd be cool as shit. Fly a helicopter at least.
I would.
It's literally only $10,000 to get your pilot's license, and that means like if you own your own plane or if you want to run a stunt plane, you can do that, and you can fly it by yourself.
Yeah, I guess I would. Because it's like if you're gonna crash, you're gonna die. So it's like whatever.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
True.
Aim
Yeah,
for
I mean-
water, son. Aim for water.
Yeah.
Hope for no
But
sharks.
What happened at that Sully or whatever? The dude landed in the fucking New York. Harbor
Yeah,
there?
yeah, in the Hudson
Have
River,
you guys
dude.
seen that movie about it with
Seen
Tom
it,
Hanks?
buddy.
Yeah, literally like the plane. Like
Yeah.
the movie is so realistic. It was directed by like Spielberg, I think.
A bunch of explosions.
Nah, like the
M. Night Shyamalan fucking consulted with it.
There's a twist at the
Right?
end,
The
like,
plane
plane's
never
not
actually
even
went
a
down.
plane.
Right? It's a
He
boat.
wakes up.
It's a boat.
He's just drinking acid.
Nah.
He's
So, like,
homeless. He just
Yeah.
found
It
a
shows
dead
that
cab
the
on the
plane
ground.
goes up. The plane goes up and they hit like birds or some shit.
Yeah.
And both engines fail, and they like literally are guiding, and you can't turn back to either runway. And he's like, "I'm gonna put it in the water." The co-pilot's like, "You sure?" And he's like, "Yup." He's like, "All right," and they just fucking guy right into the water. It's crazy how like calm they stay doing it. It's nuts.
Well, you only have so many options. You know, it's
Yeah.
either
Honestly, at that point, it's kind of not your problem.
right.
Dude, man, imagine the feel of like intensity though. You're like, all right, you gotta be calm as fuck, because if you're not, you're both freaking out, and that's not good. But if you fuck this up, everyone's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then it's not your problem.
What do you mean?
Not your problem.
Everyone's gonna blame you regardless.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you're
you're
dead.
not alive. Don't worry about it.
You're,
You're right in the front.
Right. I don't know though.
You guys seen Flight?
Yeah,
Denzel?
Flight? Dude. Like in real life though, it's crazy how calm they stay. Like,
Right.
they
He's
just-
calm as fuck in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have tons of training though, like stress management and shit.
That'd be pretty cool, man.
Dude, I read
You should do that.
I read Black Hawk Down, and it was like about helicopter pilots in like Somalia. They all got shot down or whatever. But the book was like obviously it's a true story. And it was mad realistic, and it was like there was a whole part of it on the helicopter pilots. And like when these dudes would get shot down, like a rocket would come up and hit the tail of the helicopter, like goes in a crazy spin, and they would just be talking to each other like normal or whatever, like about what to do. They'd be like, all right, yeah, turn that off. Like, okay, now do this. And they're like just mad even voice, everything. As this thing's like fucking spinning around with death.
You think you could keep your composure?
That's the craziest thing, man. Plane crashes, you have so much time.
Yeah, it's just like all.
Because you're way up there.
Yeah.
Car crash, that's it.
Right.
Plane,
It's too
you know what I
insane.
mean? Plane crash, you actually got time, man. Training can fucking 100% pack that shit.
Yo, I hate to be a Debbie Downer. I gotta go DD.
Alright.
Whole family, even Rachel. I skipped the whole family thing to come do this. They're all hammered, dude. We're gonna have to go get like 2 cars tomorrow.
Let's keep going, us three or no?
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, actually, we were rolling for quite a while there. That was pretty good. That was like a good solid like 15, 20 minutes of nonstop.
Yeah, that's dope.
We started at 8:40,
Wanna keep going?
8:30. I mean.
Yeah.
Let me just take a
We
break.
have that was a solid, decent hour.
Yeah, dude, that was literally 30 minutes in the back nine of just nonstop talking.
Yeah.
Right there.
Are you still recording or not?
Yeah, everything's just. Alright, so
Taking a little break.
take a little break. I wish I could throw something out.
There's a Pink Floyd on or something for the vans.
I wonder if I could do it.
Just look it up on the computer and just,
I don't have that set up.
no.
Although,
Yo, that would be cool to actually get this room like set up for a podcast. You can all start buying shit for it. You know what I mean?
I just want to get my place. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I could definitely commandeer this room.
Dude, you should live by yourself, bro.
I should,
Yeah.
but I don't want
I'm
to.
just saying, like, don't move in with anyone else.
Yeah, but if I actually want to get my pilot's license, that would be so fucking hard too. And there's no way I can do any real kind of work. I don't have the fucking brain for it.
How long does it take to get a pilot's license then?
2 years.
God, really?
1,500 hours. 1,500 hours of flight time.
Could you do that as fast as you want, though? Better question. Do you have to stay with one instructor?
I don't know about that. I feel like it wouldn't really be that heavily regulated, but at the same time, I feel like they wouldn't just let
Right.
you jump around instructors, because then you don't really have, like, nobody has a good gauge of where
Yeah.
you are. But I guess they could look at your, like, the flight time you've had
Yeah.
and be like, all right, if you can do X, Y, and Z
We'll go
at
on in right
800
now.
hours, you're right on course.
Right.
If you know all this,
yo, we should do it.
Hmm.
We should do it.
You want to become a pilot?
I've always wanted to. A lot of money, man.
It's 80 grand.
Like, I don't know if I could swing that.
80 down, but you can pick it up and put it down at any time.
I thought you said 10 grand.
Yeah, that's for a pilot's license. That's for just a recreational license.
I wouldn't want to be a commercial pilot.
That's what I would
That's
go
what you're
for.
talking about. No, I wouldn't do that. I would just want to fly like crop duster planes around like my property and like locally and shit. And
You'd want to crop dust?
no, but I'm saying like a plane like that, like a
So
small
a stunt
personal
plane.
Yeah, stunt plane. And a fucking, I would want to be like a skydive. We're one of the skydive places. You bring people up, they jump out.
Yeah, no, I mean.
That's a stunt plane, right?
Yep, yep.
10 grand for one of those.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
But do you know how much a plane is?
A lot.
How much do you think a plane is? Like an actual, like real working plane? I'm gonna move.
150.
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
It's not bad though. You also.
Honestly, that isn't really terrible though, because you can get a loan for that, paid off over time.
You wanna know what I've been thinking about doing?
Hmm.
Looking into what it takes to get my distribution license for selling marijuana, and think.
Like open a dispensary.
No. Selling to dispensaries.
So wholesaler.
Yes.
So you buy from
No. You're
grow
growing.
houses. Oh, you grow yourself.
Yes. I
Okay.
want to see what it takes for me to get a distribution license. If it's actually like feasibly obtainable, dude, get some property up in the north, like fucking Canastota.
Mhm.
I probably shouldn't be too accurate.
Bro, we should all move out to Cali and do that. A lot more money, but that shit's popping off right now.
Yeah, but it's about to pop off in New York. You know how
Yeah.
like New York.
California's bigger population wise, and it just started there. What? 10 years ago?
Yeah, but you already have tycoons there.
Yeah.
And so, like, in this area where you're talking about $100 for, let's say, a quarter pound, sounds feasible to sell a pound of weed to a dispensary for $400. So, how much do you think someone like, I don't know, fucking, let's say Dan Bilzerian, how much do you think him and Ignite could get a pound of weed to New York for?
How much would they pay?
Now, how much does it cost? Because they have groweries.
Right.
They have their own facilities in which they grow marijuana and cultivate it, and then they sell it in their own dispensaries and
Right.
online and all that jazz. Like, how much do you think it costs them to get a quarter or a pound of marijuana to a New York dispensary? It's got to be in the ballpark of $400. That's pretty cheap, dude. $400 for a pound.
Yeah, what do they sell it for? Have you ever been to a
Dude,
dispensary?
it's 50. So
Like, Colorado is cheap now, dude. Like, I was talking to someone, they drove out there. It's, like, cheap. Like, you can buy a fucking, like, an ounce for, like,
$100.
$100.
But that's good shit.
Yeah, that's, like, really good shit. It's fucking crazy.
But $400 for a quarter pound, $1,000 or $1,600 for a pound. How much is that dispensary turning a profit?
Yeah.
Are they really doing 400% per pound?
No.
Maybe.
They're probably buying it for, like,
I would imagine.
1,000.
I would imagine 500, 600.
Think so?
Yeah, that's what I'd imagine. But that's their highs.
Yeah.
And so, like, my imagination would have me believe that, like, if you could honestly get a nice, rebuild 1,000-foot or 1,000-square-foot facility.
You almost can't sell it that cheap, though. Sorry to go backtrack, but, like, you gotta think all the expenses that go into a grow house. Nah, man.
Power?
No, I'm telling you.
Them
It's a
lights-
business. Any business is not cheap to run.
But in comparison, the turnover rate, and I'm talking like marginally, like, it's one of those things where if you have an unsuccessful harvest,
Yeah. And it's essentially just a farm, so it's not dumb expensive. But you have to worry about land. Security is a major fucking.
yeah, but that's why you create like a facility.
Yeah, but you still have to have land. Or I would.
What, like armed guards
100%.
I would.
at a marijuana? You know that?
Why would you not?
You know the tomato farm up in Sylvan Beach?
No, but go ahead.
It's about to become a weed farm.
Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. As soon as it's legalized in New York, that's gonna be a weed farm. You can drive by it. Never mind.
Yo, listen to this shit. I have the fucking pin on my maps in my phone right now, but I know where there's a fucking field of marijuana, and you can go in, and you just like have to walk through some thick ass crops, take as much as you want, get in your car and dip.
What? What?
Swear on my life. This kid Carson I work with,
Carson.
Carino.
No.
Probably should have said that. Whatever. No audio.
Are we? No, it doesn't.
Did you stop something when Joe got up?
No. You can see the mics. Eric talk.
Hey.
Whoa.
Check.
Your mic's not saying nothing.
Hey, check. Hey, check.
Check your volume on the side.
Yo.
Now Eric's mic's on.
Volume's all the way down. That's the
talking
problem.
to Eric's mic.
Hey. Counter talk.
Yo.
There we go.
Yo.
Hey.
Yo, turn your volume down. Check.
Hey.
Check. Turn it down more. Check.
Hey.
Check. When I'm saying check, you shouldn't be going over like the 50, 45. Check.
That's so funny.
Check.
Turn down more.
Check.
Check.
Which way is it gonna turn?
Binary
Look at
power.
the phone. You high ass. Check. Down. Turn it all the way down. Check.
Down as it goes, bro.
Check.
Talk on your right side.
Talk right now.
Hey.
Okay, now turn it up.
Hey.
You see Counter's mic?
Yeah, no, bro, look. Hey. Look. Oh,
You're
hi.
all the way down, right?
No, I'm all the way up. Look.
Now you're not working at all.
I know.
Check. Counter, say something.
Hello.
Say something now.
There, now it's on.
Yo. Dude, you have him labeled wrong.
Yep.
Hey.
I'm talking in Connor's mic, and
Yeah.
he's talking in Eric's mic.
Why does it matter?
Oh, you guys are flip flopped. I literally just wrote out a thing. Yeah, I know.
Turn the blue volume up on there.
Yeah. Talk.
Check.
Hello.
Check.
You're in a
One,
perfect range,
2,
right?
3, 4. Yeah, I'm good. Con, you good?
Hello.
Turn him up a little bit.
Hello. People really not hear us?
You know what's odd though? Like, even with this fucking issue or whatever, we're still not figuring out the casting issue. Like, do you think they can hear us right now?
Definitely try.
Check. You're on Twitch right now. Check. 1, 2. Hey. Check. You can't hear shit.
You also have to talk into your mic more.
Hey.
That's one thing he was suffering with.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Maybe overall volume.
Word.
It's so unfortunate. I really hope it didn't just not capture any of that.
Does it record it?
Yeah, but if it was all muted on that side, it's just straight muted.
Was it?
I'm assuming. If there was no volume coming off of that.
Yeah.
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop.
Can we keep going?
What the fuck? I don't know why this mic isn't working now. What the fuck just happened?
Check. Your mic's not working?
Yeah.
Is it plugged in all the way?
You want to switch chairs with me?
Why does it matter?
So they're labeled right?
Yeah, check and see if that's plugged in.
Which one? Hey, you're in. Plugged in all the way to your mic. You're good.
That sounded terrible.
Yeah. No, you're not.
I don't know why this shit's not working now.
Talking Joe's.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's working.
It's weird hearing right afterwards. All right. Can you turn that down,
Don't tell me what to do.
please?
Dude, I mean, I jumped ship, and he fucking instantly starts telling me what my business is. We
Yeah.
lost our viewers.
That's too bad.
We actually had 4 viewers at one point. Isn't that wild? First time, 4 people tuned in. They stayed,
It's actually kind of cool.
right?
Mm.
4 people enjoyed what we were saying for a decent amount of time, until apparently no audio started happening.
But anyways, we were talking about planes and shit.
Shit was crazy, man. Flying was nuts.
Yo, you guys really got to come skydiving this summer.
I really want to, man.
I'm down. I don't give a fuck.
Do you guys want to book it like soon?
I don't
Sure.
mind, bro, like that. But
Wait
Would
for
you?
him to start working,
yeah, wait for
and
me
then
to
we
work
book it
more.
as soon as he actually starts cutting.
Yeah.
You think? I don't think you pay until you get there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So would you be cool with doing like late July?
Maybe, man. No, probably not. August. Better.
Like early August?
More like mid-August.
It really depends, man. Can't put me on the spot. I don't know how much like I'll be making cutting initially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to answer that. But
Well,
at any rate,
regardless.
yeah, we should go.
they can only do 2 people per plane, 2 like jumpers, because it's a 5-person capacity plane.
Mm-hmm.
You have your jumper, your instructor, and the pilot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I'm trying
If
to
we,
get
got,
Eddie.
if we got a 4th person to go, Joe would go. That'd be cool. I don't know if he would do that though. I don't think he would.
Probably not. I'll definitely try to get Eddie though.
Yeah.
We'll get along with him. He's a cool cat.
Damn, I wish Joe would go. That would be pretty fun.
My one buddy wants to come. I'd ask him or Eddie, whatever you
Sure.
want, man. I could care less. That'd be fun though.
I don't know if Eddie would actually be a fan of jumping out of a plane. Hey, he doesn't want to go mountain biking, so I don't know how.
I'll ask my buddy, yo.
Ooh,
should do that.
ooh. I was throwing fisticuffs at
You
this.
and Mark go in first. You know.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Me
baby.
and,
You gonna scream with me.
my boy's name is Lloyd.
Lloyd?
Me and Lloyd could go.
John Lloyd.
John Lloyd. That's what I was thinking as soon as I said it.
For all our viewers, John Lloyd's real. We are John Lloyd.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Let's hope that Jackie Bonacore never ended up watching this.
She probably doesn't know what even Twitch is. She's like, Twitch?
What's Twitch?
You want me to twerk? What?
Are you sure?
Can you twitch for me? Do the twitch for me. Do the twitch for me. It's like a Bernie, but more like spazzed out. More on the seizure side.
Dude, this is fun. We should do this more often.
Yeah, we should.
This
Mhm.
is chill as fuck. What are we gonna talk about?
I'm telling Trevor to tune in right now.
What are we?
I think he has a Twitch.
What are we gonna talk about, guys?
We need the. If someone's out there listening, and they want to be ever so gracious, I don't
What's
know
the
when
link?
everyone will ever tune it in. Twitch peripheral chat.
That's a hard word to spell, man.
I got it.
That's a word.
Yeah, I had to spell it like 5 times today. I learned how to spell that one. That one was a doozy for me at
I
first.
didn't actually get it. My suggested words just came up and I tapped on it. But I wanted to feel smart.
You did it lusciously too.
That's funny.
Like he's using Paul Mitchell.
Says he's tuning in.
What does that mean? Is that what in Spanish or does that mean something on Twitch?
I've never heard anyone
What's
say
that?
Q-U-E.
Quay?
I'm gonna hope that just means yeah.
Qua.
K means what in Spanish, but I don't think he speaks Spanish, so I'm more thinking it's something to do with Twitch.
Is it Cuban? Do people speak Cuban or is it just Spanish?
No, Cuban's like a I'm pretty sure because
Is that a form of Spanish?
yeah,
Oh,
it's like
really?
a slang version.
That's fucking cool.
You know, want to know something I know? I know Sicilian for suck my dick, or I'm gonna get my dick sucked or something like that.
What is that?
Sukalamink.
What is it?
Sukalamink.
What's the language, rather?
It's
What's the
Sicilian.
Oh, damn.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Sukalamink.
Sicilian is Italian different on Sicily and
I gotta
Romania?
imagine.
Italian and Sicilian are a little different just in pronunciation.
Oh,
I know that just because some guys at the shop speak Italian.
that's crazy.
I bet they talk a bunch of shit.
Honestly, yeah. Dude, there's this one old dude that comes in. He's a grouchy old bastard. I don't like him. I've cut his hair before, and he barely speaks English, so he just points at his head and growls at you and shit.
I
But
love growlers.
Ross can speak Italian, so they talk to each other. And, like, the whole time I'm like, yo, he's probably like, yo, that guy over there smells like shit. That guy over there is fat. And Ross is like, yes, he is. But who knows?
Why wouldn't he get his hair cut by the dude who actually speaks his native tongue?
He does. Just when Ross isn't there,
You.
I'll cut his hair or someone else will.
Oh, so he'll be sitting in the chair talking to Ross.
Dude, my dad used to go to this barber, Nettie. He actually just passed away, unfortunately.
God
I
bless
know
his
that dude.
soul.
Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about? Or no?
He was there forever.
Yeah, but like he was actually Italian. My dad would go in and he would play like Italian soccer and he would speak like broken English to him. And that's who cut his hair for mad long. He cut my hair before and he gave me like a straight up like 20s part. You know what I mean? It was fucking great. I was like 15. Like it was bad, but
I used to have this Italian soccer coach. Had a real thick Italian accent. Probably one of the greatest soccer players I've ever witnessed. Do the
Do you know his
magic of
name?
football. Frank.
Frank what?
I don't remember.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Damn.
He had two kids. One was Emilio and Mello, something like
I
that.
don't know.
Dude, that man at the age of 50 would take on the whole team and score on them.
that's not.
He would smoke 2 to 4 cigarettes every goddamn practice, and then at the end, put the butt out in the grass, pull up his fucking pant legs, and kick all of our asses. It was his.
How old are you?
I was probably 15, 14.
That's fucking
Dude,
hilarious.
he called it his fountain of youth.
Damn.
That's intense.
The devil in cleats he was, I tell you what.
I got this Irish dude. He's my customer, and he's a coach of the Syracuse City club team, not the school team, right? And he was born in Belfast, in Ireland,
What?
right? And he played for the Argentinian national team, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Swear to God. He's a fucking G, dude. He's fat now. Like, not fat, but like stocky. You know what I mean?
That's what happens when you have money.
That's
Yeah, man.
insane.
He's a coach, though. He's fucking crazy good. He talks about soccer like all day. Every time I cut his hair, that's all he's talking about.
I wish,
That's fucking
All
sick.
about it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
honestly, if I could, I would love to be good at ping pong. I'd love to call myself the devil in short shorts.
Dude, we could so do it.
You want to sing 15 hours
Dude,
a day
we'll-
into ping pong?
No.
You wanna
Come
sing
on.
15 hours a day?
Decent at ping pong, man.
You want to sing 15 hours a day?
Hey, man.
You used to have a table, right?
Yeah, priorities. I sung at least 12.
Oh, I can fucking knock a ping pong ball around for sure.
I used to see your backhand was something
Bro,
fierce.
do you remember our games on your basement to like 100? Mark and I would go down there. We'd play like, all right, it'd be like some winter afternoon on a Saturday. Start at like 10 o'clock. Like, all right, game to 100. We finished like 4 hours later. That shit was
I'd come
mad
up with a
fun.
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, that shit was mad
Down there
fun.
for fucking days.
Did you ever have Joe in a gym class with you? Did you ever have Joe
We
in
were
a class
young,
with you?
maybe. Not in like high school. No.
I have
Did-
history with them.
All right, junior high. Did you, by any chance?
I don't think
Middle
no.
school?
Ever, bro. It's been a long time since I had a class with Joe.
So I had I had 7th grade gym with him, and we used to run the mile every single gym class, and it was so fucking funny watching Joe run the mile, cause he just looked like a grown ass man out there running the mile. I had him in my 12 o'clock
You
gym
tie
class.
his hair back, right?
I don't think so. Dude, he just went full on fucking Neanderthal and just went for it. But dude, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, He had a 5 o'clock shadow.
What?
Greater than YMCMB's.
That's nuts.
For those of you out there who don't know who YMCMB is, it's Young Money, Chuck Money Banks.
Well, only the greatest teacher of all time. He's a legend.
Ever.
He drives a Range Rover.
He's the golf coach.
Yeah, that's
The
kind
woman's
of guy
golf
he is.
coach.
That's the kind of guy he is.
Hand stretches him, I tell you what.
Stretches him. Jesus Christ.
Carson plays golf, and he said that dude is a fucking maniac about golf. Like, he won't even let them hit how they want to hit and, like, play their own shit. He's like, OD.
Really?
Yeah. I could see that. I never liked him as a gym teacher.
I didn't like him, but I had respect for him. You know what I mean? I respected
too.
him. I respected him.
He gave me
He's an alright
detention
dude.
for doing pull-ups on the rafters when we did.
Bro, that's what he had to do, man. You can't just go fucking climbing 40 feet on the rafters. Like, oh, Mark, get down. We're never seeing this ever again. Like, nah,
Yeah,
man.
at the end of the day, you're happy that it's just detention. But it was extended day.
Oh, shit.
You know what I
Boom,
thought was
boom,
stupid
boom.
about fucking getting in trouble at school? Because it's like, you get detention, right? If you don't go to detention, you get ISS. Why would you want to go to school
Yeah.
but not learn? Like, that's the whole point of them making you go to school is to learn. You're going to sit in this room instead and do nothing. And if you don't go to that, they kick you out of school for a week
I thought it was a day.
or a day. OSS, whatever.
You mean I
What?
get to stay
You're
home?
like, I'm getting vacation? Word.
Yeah, I always thought, like,
What?
that's not a terrible punishment at all. Be like, oh, man, you got a week out of school. I'd be like, fuck yeah. I mean,
Call
like,
it 2 days.
Nope. Nope.
yeah, like, your parents would probably be mad, so you'd probably get, like, sort of grounded, but you'd be chilling at home.
cares?
You can sleep in.
Playing
You can
video
do, yeah, do whatever the
games.
fuck you want.
So in 6th grade, I was sitting at the lunch table with Chris Badigan. I don't know why I said his last name. God damn it. So I was sitting there with Chris, Sarah, and one of the twin brothers, the Antonellos. And Chris takes my pocket knife comb out, the switchblade comb, and the teacher sees it. And I get 5 days of OSS for it. I
What?
come home. I
It was
tell
a comb?
Yeah, I tell my parents about it. Dude, I got grounded for like a month.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Did you explain to him that it was just a comb?
I told him Chris took my comb. I didn't even take it out. Yeah.
Wow.
Looking back at it, I always tell my parents about it, and they always say how stupid it was. I'm like, motherfucker, you gave me like a month of shit for it. I wasn't even involved in the altercation. Something was stolen from mine.
That's crazy.
The
Damn,
teacher saw everything happen too, and just boom. It was like, oh, let's see.
I never
how
had
wide we
anything
can
like
make
that.
anus.
Never had detention. Never had anything like that. Ever.
I had detention a couple times in ISS once.
Why'd you get ISS?
Smoking too much reefer.
I remember I got detention. I don't remember what I did for ISS. I got detention once in fucking 7th grade because we had a sub in science, and I'm pretty sure you were in that class with me.
Yeah.
Miss Reeves.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had a sub, and she was giving me shit from the second I walked in. I was probably giving her shit, realistically, but you know, I just didn't like her.
The cut of her jib.
Cut over Jim.
So I fucking every time she turned around, I crush up a paper.
I thought you were
and
about to
I'd
say you
throw
dapped
it.
her up.
Nah, I'll crush up a paper and I'll throw it. And like
At her?
Not necessarily aiming at her, but in the general direction. You know what I mean? And the first time she turned around, she said, "Whoever threw that again, if I catch you, you're gonna be out." And I did it again, and I threw it, and this one went right past her. And she turned around. She's like, "It was over there," in like the cluster of desks. She's like, "It was one of you three." And I was like, "Here we go."
It's
I'm
up.
Nazi now. Threw it, and then she kept on teaching. Fucking, it was probably like the end of the class. I was like, "I'm gonna do it again." I crumpled one up. I threw it, and she turned around right as I threw it, and it domed her. And then she was like, "Out." And I just fucking.
You only got detention for it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so upset that you weren't on our 10th grade and 11th grade bus.
Nah,
Yeah, me
junior
too.
high. It was a 9th grade bus. Bud.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was shitty, dude.
9th grade bus.
8th and 9th?
I hated my fucking bus.
No, it wasn't 8th. Just 9th.
No way. We had 2 years of that gloriousness. There is no way Chris only dealt with me for 1 year. I
Maybe
ripped.
it was 8, 9.
It was 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would the bus route
Did
change?
you guys have Bettigan too?
No.
Or Schneid?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had Schneid, our friend Schneid. We had Adam. We had us.
Dude,
and
I
then
had
Joe.
fucking no one. They would come down, pick me up, go around Rossland, and get like 2 more kids and dip. That was it.
And then sometimes we had Darian and Jay Lynn too,
Oh, that was tremendous.
just
when
to
we had
throw
them.
them in there. And who else do we have? That's pretty much it.
Yo, like, the things we used to do to that bus driver and those people on the bus was borderline abuse. Like, that bus driver should have written so many referrals that
That's
it's
so
not
true.
even funny.
That's so
I
true.
don't know how I escaped the year with no trouble from her.
I remember hearing all the stories. You guys are assholes.
So, do you remember the Owen kid, Squirrel Boy?
Mm-hmm.
So, he gets on the bus one day, and he's been fucking with us for a decent amount of time. And Connor immediately says it's one of the last days of school, don't talk shit. That's Connor. Connor, honest to God, has just basically mediated the whole ordeal. He's been the person who meets the opposition out in the battlefield and negotiates peaceful terms. And this man always was outnumbered, outwitted.
You didn't accept my terms.
Nope, we didn't even ask for him to move seat. Just please don't try to talk shit to us. He would turn around, be 2 years younger, and he would try to talk shit to us. And so Stephen Amo, on one of the last days, decides he's had enough. And he starts crumpling up paper. And remember, he's 1 grade below us. So he actually has shit to lose. Next year's a thing for him. But he's jumping up over 2 seats, pelting this kid with crumpled up paper right in his head, like 5-6 times. Hey, friend. And, what was it? The bus driver goes, Steve, sit down. Do you want a referral? He goes, why? Because I'm Muslim? Sits down. Nothing.
He didn't. Wait, nothing?
Literally
happened.
nothing happened.
The driver didn't say shit?
It just dropped it. Literally, as soon as, Steve, do you want a referral? Why? Because I'm Muslim? She went right back to the road and said, fuck this.
That's insane.
Oh, man. Damn.
Well,
I remember the story you always told me about fucking Darian with the fucking laser light
oh yeah.
on the seat.
Mark, you shined some chick on her chick's forehead, and this girl slapped the fuck out of her cheek. That shit was so funny.
She hit herself.
Maddie. No, this ginger girl, Maddie. We were shining the light right on the seat in front. Dude, she hated that shit. I don't know why. Maybe fucking, what is it called? Feline instinct kicked in, and she just had to play with it and swat at it. And we get the light to go onto like her friend, and her first reaction is to just do the Sharquisha smack right to her friend's face. And then me and Connor, we just kind of duck back in
Yeah, we
into
just
line of
dropped.
the seat.
Yeah.
And then we're just back to our shenanigans. Do you remember, this is probably one of my favorite times. Do you remember, I actually want to tell a side story. On that bus, this is probably one of my favorite stories ever. Do you remember David?
Yeah, I remember David.
Do you remember David?
Mm-hmm.
So
Explain David. Explain David.
I know David.
So for those of you who don't know, David is this kid who's just a little slower. He's a gentle
He
soul.
was bleach blonde, man.
He was bleach blonde, real slim
He had a
shady.
face that you just wanted to hit.
Oh, whoa.
He was fine. He was a good
Come on.
kid.
So on two
He had a face that you wanted to just fucking smack him.
on 2 separate occasions, he has entered my my memory brainwave, and one time he was like looking over the seat, like if this is the seat, he was looking over it, and he's in the back seat, and everybody's just getting on. He's just kind of peeping, and me and Connor and I think Joe was in the back too, and we just look back at David, and I don't know who it was, but they yell, David, stop creeping. He goes, I'm not. And like he looks over and then he goes right back to it. And we all started laughing. And then another time, you remember the braining epidemic in our group?
Epidemic. Explain this one. This is terrible. For those of you who don't know, this is the stupidest thing
I heard about
ever. Don't ever do this. Like, just don't. So stupid. Continue, Mark.
So here I was. I vaguely recall that I needed to talk to Joe about something, and like me and him, like we always talked on the bus, and he instead decided to sit in the back and play with some girl's tit on the bus. Ooh, didn't mean to move that. Which is kind of weird on a public school bus, but hey man, you gotta get your fill.
Your fill.
So, Mark being a frustrated, geez, I must have been 13, 14. I was real sexually frustrated, just all around
terrible.
frustrated.
13's a terrible number.
Oh yeah, it is. Just an absolute adolescent disaster going on there. I took my balls out, and I proceeded to take a very, very close-up picture of my scrotum. No DPs, just scrotum. And as I looked over, and coincidentally enough, my peripheral vision, I see David staring. I go, David, stop staring at my balls. I go back to taking a picture of my balls. I sent that picture out. That was that.
Shot.
What a sight for
I
this
never
poor
wanted to
kid.
open up pictures from you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This man would just take a picture of it so zoomed in that you couldn't really tell what it was. He would send it to you.
See, you gotta look.
So you're looking and you're like, wait, what is that? You're like, oh god! As soon as you realize you have to drop your phone and it's just Mark's balls.
Dude, was it to you guys or someone else? I was hammered one time, and I'm standing in the mirror, and I was butt naked, and I took a picture of my ass.
I'm pretty sure it was. I vaguely recall
Yeah.
a
I'm pretty
picture
sure I
like
sent it
that.
in the group chat, and you guys were like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, hi!
Old pixelated picture of Eric's ass.
Hey, guys!
6 megapixels and all.
Yeah.
Somebody got that at 11 o'clock, had trouble sleeping after
Yeah.
that. Like,
I wish phones were recycled and like they weren't deleted, just so I could
Yes.
get like a phone of like some old like classy woman.
Yeah, right.
Just listen to her talk about her bidet.
that's mad funny. I wish I could just look
I
at
would
my
just load
phone
my
from when
phone
I
with
was like
dick
a
pic.
kid.
Yeah,
I mean,
same, bro.
I was just like live that again. That'd be
There's so much dumb shit going on our phone.
Dude, kids. I wonder if kids these days are gonna have the same type of childhood, or is it possible for them to have the same type of childhood as we
Not at all.
had?
Technology's too involved now, dude.
I don't think so.
It'll be, dude. You gotta think, like, any parent in their right mind is not just gonna let their kids sit on a phone for like 24 hours a day, 7 hours a week.
I don't know.
Hey man, think about what people do with their dogs. They just don't really pay attention to anything to kind of entertain it.
Yes and no. That's different though.
I mean, people
It's
do
a dog.
nannies. People do nannies. They don't raise their kids. They just want someone to carry on their line.
Yeah.
Sometimes parents get fed up. Just
You
let
guys
it.
want to have kids, yo?
I want kids, but no wife.
No, I don't want kids. I'm good, honestly.
I want kids, yeah.
There's a
You'd
lot
be
I
a
wanna
good
do.
dad. You're gonna be a good dad.
Yeah, you'd definitely be a good dad. I think I would be a good dad too, but
You're gonna be a fucking shit dad. Don't even do it.
yo, fuck you, bro.
Semen's like poison.
Your semen's like poison. God should take it away.
Every girl he fucks has a burn hole coming straight through her body.
All right, I'd be a great dad. Let me
Nah,
just.
it's in,
I
like,
just wanna
Game of
tell everyone
Thrones.
that.
And then it comes out like a fucking demon. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh,
like
like that
that's
black
kind of
thing.
child.
Oh, you're so behind, man.
I'm not there. I'm on season 5, son.
Ooh.
What season is that in? I thought that was in
Like 2,
Oh shit, really?
maybe 3.
What the fuck?
Oh man.
Yo, don't you talk shit to me.
Oh.
Well,
Gentlemen.
that was an hour and a half.
Word.
What do you guys want to do? You want to keep going? You want to call it?
I could care less. man.
Yeah, same here, bro. Oh man. We should go for a walk, man.